I think this episode is going to be starting off with combat, everyone. By the way, seeing the door open without any zombies being connected to it is terrifying. There are 4 or so zombies inside right now. One of them who knows how to open doors and probably go up the stairs. Yep, I think we have our guy right here. Let's take care of the rest of downstairs. Anyways, everyone, welcome to Project Zomboid. And if you remember last time, we had just gotten done driving throughout the entirety of the countryside in a mad race of survival. I mean, to be fair, we're still in that race. Our house is currently getting sieged by countless amounts of undead. I'm spying even more. Why did I sit on the chair there? Please open the window. This pitchfork, by the way, is putting in so much good work. There's an entire horde outside, man. I don't think we stay here for the night, everyone. As much as I'd want to, it looks like the zombie population here is really insane. Man, my brain is scrambled because of how hot of a start this was. Hopefully we'll be able to take a bit of a chill pill, relax a bit, and take the car and leave very soon. So yeah, we have currently survived, I would say, 6-7 days just about, killing 190 zombies. And in the intro alone, we've earned $27. And right now, my plan? I don't have a plan. I think the goal that I have is to reach Brandenburg, but obviously that's a little bit more difficult. Oh my gosh, dude, there's even sprinters. I bet he can even open doors. No, he can't. Probably because I locked it from him. Yeah, nice try, bozo. I'm not going to stay here for too much longer. I think we take the car in the little driveway there and get the heck out. We'll grab any loot box that is interesting, though, and then we'll leave. Definitely the food wants to last us the trip. Also, water. We need water. Over here, we have some entertainment loot boxes, some first aid. And inside of the closet, we have vehicle maintenance and paint loot boxes. That's it? Yep, that's it. Okay, let's get out of here. At this rate, I think I'd feel safer sleeping in the car anyways. So, see you later. Thank you for the car. Which has a full tank of gas. I'll see how far this can get me. I will go to sleep if the coast looks decently clear. You have got to be kidding me. That sapling stopped my car? No, 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 no. It's fine. We got through the worst of it. Okay, everyone. Good news. I think we finally found a place that I can stay for the night. I'm looking around right now. I don't see anything too amiss. I don't really want to sleep in the car because of the safety reasons. Is the population relatively clear up here? It is. The building itself, though, not really there. Okay, never mind, it's not safe. Let's continue driving. I have the driving skills of a snail. Maybe we can find a more remote location out in the middle of the wilderness. It is really difficult to tell, though, because of how loud this truck probably is. Matter of fact, it may be louder than a gunshot itself. There's more hordes down there. Oh my lord. I'm counting at least 5 zombies on the trail. Yeah, I don't think we stay here either. Maybe we can get ourselves another vehicle if we, are real fast about it. We got a few vehicles here. Oh, wait a minute. I know where I'm at. We're at the military surplus store. Yeah, that would explain the hundreds of zombies barreling towards my location outside of that building right now. I'm starting to think the Delilah's gonna look like this. And if it does, we're dead. I can't even sugarcoat it, dude. Do I want to go down this road? I don't think I do. I do know that would lead to the gun store in the highway, but judging from the population number, that would be the worst thing I could ever do. Instead, we're going to follow this road down here, and I think we'll be able to loop up and around near the highway. Yes, okay, we are kind of cooking right now. You know what isn't cooking? My gasoline tank. This is going to be a fun episode, everyone. But most importantly, this should be one where we get a lot of distance traveled, mainly because I'm kind of back in my own mind map. I know exactly where this is, and I know exactly where to go-ish. I don't know where the residential homes are to, sleep for the night, but I can safely assume there will be a car if there's a mailbox, down here. Do I want to risk it? Let's risk it. The gamble has paid off, everyone. We have a house where there's no zombies outside. It's in a remote area. I'm sure there's going to be a little group forming around my truck, but we can clear them out in the morning. We're safe. I don't hear any banging. The home isn't looted. We even have a barn and tool shed down there. I think before I make any more sounds to attract any more zombies, I'm gonna go to sleep so at least I can, fight them on a full night's rest. I will see you guys tomorrow. You ever use a slab of venison as a pillow? Me either. I just tried it today though, and I highly recommend it, because not only do you get a kind of pillow that's a little bit juicy, meaty, and definitely unhygienic, but you get yourself a lot of breakfast. Our character's still really sad, he's sighing to himself, but hey, we are a full boy. We could not manage another singular solitary bite, and now that we have gotten our breakfast, we can look around the area to see what kind of loot boxes we have. I'm a bit curious about the material loot box. Did I just get an anvil? That's pretty cool if I was a blacksmith. Not really helpful in my situation. Maybe I could drop it on a zombie's head like a Wile E. Coyote, Acme rendition. We do have the tool/weapon thing in here. I would love another garden fork. Ratchet wrench, not exactly there. I will keep the food on me, and I'll pop open the entertainment to maybe cure my depression. We have a CD, a VHS for Dime Diamonds, another one for moderators, and finally we have Rangers versus the Hurricanes. Okay, it looks like for the entertainment options, it's just VHS tapes and CDs. I was hoping I would have gotten a book because that would cure my depression. That's not the case, though. I will take the food, re-equip my pitchfork, and look around a tiny bit more. Maybe it's called the literature loot box. We have 2 containers here, though. Maybe we'll get a gun. First aid kit for military, and over here we have a tote bag. The tote bag has a locket and postcard. The military first aid kit has nothing. Following that notion, the closet also has zilch. We do have a basement though, and that can range from an entire gun range downstairs to just another laundry room like we saw before. The kitchen obviously has food. I will be taking as much food as possible, by the way, because I would love a glass bottle. The same goes for tools, because getting a rubber hose would allow me to get gasoline from vehicles to make Molotov cocktails, which I think is going to be our main bread and butter when it comes to killing zombies. We got another tool in here, which will be a loop. I have never heard of that in my entire life. What about the trapping loot box? We got a mousetrap. I guess it's time to check out the basement. Would you look at that? It looks like we found ourselves a little D&D table, I'm guessing, with the, table around and the chairs. I don't see any character sheets, which kind of makes sense given that everything is loot boxes, but it's a really cool basement. Not helpful in any objective way, but it's still really cool to look at. Maybe the water container will have something good. A carved bucket. This bad boy holds a whopping 10 liters. I don't think it's going to be as good as our pot though, mainly because of the weight, right? I can't carry this around in any meaningful way. That makes me really sad. You want to know what'll make me a little bit happier? Finding a rubber hose at the tool shed and garage down here. Also, I'm going to make a veto decision. I'm going to drop the wood axe. It's been pretty nice, as a weapon, but it weighs 3 kilos, and I can carry so many more loot boxes in wake of it. And in this challenge, 30 kilograms of weight is equal to 30 loot boxes. So I take a prospective chance of getting a wood axe out of 30 pulls than just carrying one around 24/7. Especially when we have the garden forks and claw hammers already. Okay, that'll save up space for me. Now we can go loot. Finding some gardening loot boxes, some more gardening and weapon ones. I will keep those unopened because that will be a potential pitchfork. Over here we have more materials and weapons, with the garage having a whole lot of gardening supplies. Oh my gosh, and a shotgun shell, a singular one, a spade, and a fleshing tool. I wonder how these spawned in, because they should have been turned into loot boxes like the others. It's a little bit weird. I don't really need any of them though, so I'll just ignore them. That's gonna be it though. Oh man, I was really hoping things would have been a little bit more exciting. Regardless, I'm glad I was able to get a night's rest. It's back up to the open road. After I kill you, of course. Thanks for the $1, bozo. And by $1, I meant 5. Man, I really needed that break. I'm so happy the game decided to throw me a bit of a bone. We could get another bone right now. In the form of 2 more homes, potentially. Yeah, you know what? Might as well loot through it. I'll be really quick and concise about it. I'm really just looking out for more garden/weapon loot boxes and maybe some more tools. And right now, the preparation is going to be very important if I want a chance of even surviving the final boat run. You got any cool bags for me? Ooh, an Alice belt. I can attach my flashlight to that, and we can put items in it as well. We can also put items inside of it. Heck yeah. Okay, good news everyone. With the spear and its insta-kill abilities, we really don't have to worry too much about muscle strain. Like, obviously I don't want to push it over too far, but we've been able to kill like 17 or so zombies in a standing fight, which is more than I would ever assume with another weapon like the wood axe or the machete. Of course, we still have our limits, and I think our hard limiter for this character, at least with pitchforks, is going to be our exertion. Even with the first tier of being out of breath, it completely nerfs our damage. I don't see any more zombies that were brought in by my car, so I think we're in the clear. I will loot the ambulance and kill these 3 bozos here in the chance of getting a military bag. Ah, dang it. There goes our garden fork, everyone. We do have another on backup, but it's just really sad to see it go, especially after it did so much work for me. Anyways, we have more maps and other junk inside the station wagon. With the ambulance having 2 furniture loot boxes, that's really funny you can find those, and a bag one, which is what I want. Hey, do you mind if you spare me a quick $1? I'll pay you back, I swear. Thank you. Alright, let's see what's inside here. We have a small backpack. Useless. Maybe we'll get lucky at the farms a little bit closer down to the road. You have got to be kidding me. I fought those zombies a long time ago, and if you look up there, I just saw 3 farmer zombies probably spawning down over here, go up towards the sound I made with my car a few hours ago. If that's not scary, I don't know what is, and it really makes me consider if I even want firearms to be a part of my strategy in the grand scheme. We have made it to at least one of the homes, featuring a shack and a pretty substantial second story. I'm guessing the other home is going to be across the street down there. I'll worry about that later, though. If we look up in the sky, you can tell that we've wasted about half of the day so far, so I'm probably going to spend the night here as well. Alright, let's give it a little peek. What do we have inside? We have 1 zombie with a weapon, 1 zombie in the kitchen, and a runner coming in out of nowhere. Let me give you a quick little lobotomy and then stomp your head in with my feet. Boom. It is a little bit weird that the insta-kill animation for the pitchfork doesn't immediately kill the zombie. I wonder if that's a bug. Anyways, it was a, ice pick before. What is it now? A mason chisel. You really call that a weapon? That's the worst weapon I've seen in my life. What else do we got, though? We got some food, obviously. You know what? I'm a little bit hungry. Let's pop it open. Giving me some jujubes. Aw, dude, that's actually a nice surprise. We got some more food in here. I'll pop that inside my Alice belt, including my money. It'll be a good little wallet to have. Inside the basement, it looks like we have a little storage area. Aw, dude, this is so nice. You want to know what else is really nice? Now that we got the Alice belt, we can pop on the angle-headed flashlight, and I can hold a 2-handed weapon while having lights. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool, and it might be helpful when I need to move around in the nighttime. We got more food, but more importantly, we have gardening/weapon supplies. Grab all that you can, buddy. We're gonna need it all. We have another 5 in here, another normal tool one. Maybe it's gonna be the thing we need. A bone awl. You know what? I'm gonna try to open up the vehicle maintenance loot boxes as well. That might be where the rubber hose is classified under. Instead of getting that, we got a trunk lid and tire. I think it's safe to say that those do not give me rubber hoses. There's also some steel wool, a crowbar, in pretty terrible condition, so I won't take it. A wood axe that's already broken. Thank you, game. A needle. We already got one of those. Throw in some simple wooden tongs and some knitting needles. A hatchet. I'm debating on taking it though because I could potentially find another garden fork instead. On the floor we also have some more gardening loot boxes, another tool, which is going to be more tongs. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to spend a little bit of my money today, and we'll see if I can get another pitchfork. By the way, you may be noticing that I'm spending a lot more money than usual, and it's pretty simple. We have a lot. Not to mention that every home we go to, we kill about 20 to 30 zombies, so the action of looting a home really pays for itself with how high the population count is. Alright, come on game, give me a pitchfork. That's a garden hoe. We also have another garden fork. It's a little bit worn down though, I'll still take it. Let's see if we can get one more though. A garden hoe. Another garden hoe. Make that 4 garden hoes. And a garden fork. Okay, these gardening / weapon loot boxes, they're really good. This is a predictable thing we can manage, right? Because with each of them, I'm guessing the drawing pool is extremely low between garden hoes, trowels, and maybe a couple other things. So the chances we get ourselves a really good spear are pretty high. Okay, that is a potentially reliable source of a weapon then. This is going to be really good because instead of switching between different categories, we could hone in on just one and get really good at it. Not to mention spears in general are extremely good, especially when you have a good maintenance skill, which is something old random Ricky has. We're getting tired, a little bit hungry, so let's go grab some food. Berries. Some of you commenters did mention that I do have the herbalist trait, so as long as they're not holly berries, we can actually eat these. One of the only benefits of my character build, and a full head of lettuce. Now that we do have our stomachs full, let's go scout out the other home to see if we can, you know, go ahead and loot it. Not to mention, there is an upstairs area. Almost forgot. We have entertainment loot boxes, first aid, household items, and a duck loot box. I promised one of you that I'd open one of these, and here is my promise being fulfilled. We got a rubber duck. Who would have thought? I'll keep him around in my Alice belt. Yeah, let's go give the other home a little bit of a peek then. Ooh, and the shed. We have a potential 3 other pitchforks. Yeah, I'll grab all that. And if that wasn't good, we have another tool / weapon loot box. A metalworking punch. Useless. Off to greener pastures then. Oh, the things I would do for a metal fork right about now. Judging from the fence line, we have found the second home. It is a 1-story home. There is a massive horde of zombies following towards this location. Okay, make that like 20 or 30. We're leaving. Yeah, that's my cue to go, everyone. I think what we'll do instead is... Do we have enough water? No, we do not. I'm gonna head back to the home. We will refill on water, and as soon as we're done with that, we're getting the heck out of here. Alright, because I feel like sleeping in the middle of a field with our truck is going to be a lot safer than sleeping inside a home, even down here, when there's 20 to 30 zombies following this location for no real reason. So it's time to kick our little feet into maximum overdrive and ski-doodle-on daddle-on out of here. Oh, and it looks like we found the highway. We can just follow this down. I am a little bit worried that this car may land me in a very bad situation, so the next nearest area that looks decently safe, I think I'll stop at, turn off the car, and get some sleep. For now, though, I want to get as far away from these forests as possible because I'm running the build in Build 42 where there are clusters of zombies just in the woods, and because I don't want to ruin the save, I have not upgraded my game. So this means that there are a lot of zombies in the woods, ones that are being attracted every step of the way. So you know what? Let's go park our little butt right on up here, and I think we'll stop here for the night. Anyways, everyone, welcome to another day. I might want to start opening up the accessory loot boxes in order to get a watch, to be honest. We woke up with a little bit of neck pain, but we are alive, killing 227 zombies. And in between, we have 2 roads we could follow. We could go down the highway, which will lead to the gun store and hunting range. That is the direction I want to go. Or we could go down this rural road here. What I'm worried about is that if you look at my reserves of gasoline, there's barely anything here. So if we do head down the highway, we're gonna be basing it off on foot. One problem about the gun store area is that it's swarming with undead, and I won't have a means of escape. This road, though, I've never been down. It still is going in the kind of correct direction. By the way, if you're wondering how I'm going to be finding the SS Delilah, it's quite simple. We'll just head down all the way that direction. If I hit a river, we just follow it down. We'll reach it in due time. So you know what? I'm going to head down this more smaller road, crossing my fingers we don't come across a massive horde later. Because if it's just like the 1 or 2 zombies, that's free money for me, you know? Any more, though, and that's a fight for our lives. Oh, cool. Looks like we made the right choice, everyone. We have another vehicle. You know what? Let's go head down the highway, then. As having a new vehicle really invigorates my spirit. We're already halfway through the gasoline tank. I already regret my decision, but we're already so far in, I can't back down now. Let's hope we come across another car wreck on the way. Oh my gosh. That is not a car wreck. That was a lot of zombies. I'm glad that they were all inside that little fenced-in area, otherwise my life would be just about over. You know what? It's not that bad here. Why don't we stop at these homes? Maybe the fenced-in area? The main reason on why I do want to check these out, by the way, is that there is a good chance that we find a car in the driveway. Maybe there's one here? Ooh, we got 2 garages. Sadly, there's no cars in them. Is that a zombie teddy bear? I'm a little bit curious about opening that up. No zombies are coming in after me, aside from that one bozo there. Past tense. Anyways, I'm kind of curious about that teddy bear. Let's open it up. Oh, it's just a normal teddy bear. It's got a little bit of an undead twist on it, though. Yeah, that is a mean-looking guy. If this were any other series, I'd take him on as a little mascot, but we're kind of light on what we can carry around with us. We got another tool/weapon loot box. I will bring some money into my main inventory to buy. I also hear another zombie. What a disappointment. Maybe we can get a watch, though? We have a choker, diamond. Yeah, I'll wear it. Over here, we have a boonie hat. Oh, that's way better than a cowboy hat. Yeah, give me that immediately. Over on this group of zombies, we have a baseball cap. A digital watch. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure what the chances are. I really don't know what the chances are, but that is the best watch we could have gotten. Because not only does it tell the time, temperature, and date, but it tells us how long we've survived, giving me 8 days and 11 hours of survival. So we're about halfway through the allotted time I gave myself, and judging by our current, situation and overall location relative to our goal, we're on pretty good track. Inside the home, there's not a lot of zombies too, and I think we'll stay here for the night, everyone. We have some more food. I always love food. I'm hungry right now, actually. We got a corn dog, dude. Heck yeah. Inside this one, we have a raspberry shortbread cookie. That is one good thing about these food item, loot boxes, is that there's a chance that we find something a lot more beneficial than negative for me. I'll take the rest in my bag. We also have a radio here, in which I'll grab the extra battery. Upstairs, it looks pretty clear, but absolutely trashed. I'm really hoping that we get some more bag loot boxes, because, oh man, I would kill for an Alice pack right about now. We will not be finding it here, though. We do have another driveway over there, so why don't we give that a peek? We are actually so back, everyone. I know it's just been a cycle of me saying that we're so back and it's so over, but with that, we are even more powerful with these pitchforks. I mean, they do break pretty quickly, but with how many we get at a time, it's pretty darn worth it in my opinion. So long as we come across more gardening/weapon loot boxes. Speaking about that, let's go pull out our other garden fork inside our bag, and we will be back at 2. Man, these homes are really good, by the way. I will be back here in future series, given how remote and clean it is. It really reminds me of the West Point McMansions with how luxurious and clean they are. Okay, the place is completely in disorder. Let's go check out the basement because that is the most promising. Ooh, a little construction site. Any goodies? Just an improvised weapon, a little rat flying around. I really don't want to kill them though. There's no point, you know? I mean, we could pick them up. Yeah, why don't we do that? You wanna be my little friend? Hold on, little guy. I don't recommend doing this in real life, by the way. We got the rat. Can I put him in my bag? They weigh about 4.43 encumbrance. I don't think we can then. Go, be free, Stuart Little. Go live out the rest of your life inside this basement, eating random bits of paper and probably dying of some random illness or disease. Upstairs, we have some door hinges, household loot, an empty closet, and a closet with a whole lot of nothing. Okay, everyone, that's gonna be it here. I think tomorrow we definitely go loot that real big house over there. For now, though, we're gonna take it easy. Shut the door behind me. None of these places have doors, so I'll do the next best thing, and that's build a cardboard wall as a barrier. That'll keep any zombies away. Sorry, Stuart, you're not welcome, I guess. He's a little bit goofy, but he's got the spirit. Anyways, everyone, if you guys have liked this episode, be sure to like, favorite, share, and subscribe for more. Compared to last episode, I'm in a lot better spirits, especially because of the garden forks and all the new stuff we've been getting. We've survived 8 days, 14 hours. When I go to sleep, it'll be 9, killing 239 zombies. I will see you guys next time. Peace the hell out, everyone.